In this tutorial, we're going to look at how to utilize the clipping mask tool in Photoshop to create interesting text objects. For example, you will notice here we have the word Mercer written out, and we are utilizing a picture of Mercer as the background. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to create this type of effect. First, what we're going to do is we're going to start off with a new project. And I'm going to write out the word Mercer using the text tool. I'm going to use this move tool and get that centered up here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to another image that I have already selected, and I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to go back to my project file, and I'm going to create a new layer. That layer is going to be on top, and I'm going to call this picture. It's a good habit to get into naming your layers. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to select, with that layer highlighted, select the project file and paste that. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go under the edit drop down menu to transform and scale. I'm going to scale that out to the size of our image here, or our text rather. Click that. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the clipping mask. So it is important that the picture file is on the top layer and your text file is below that, because we're going to hover over in between the two layers. And I'm going to click down the Option key, and if you're using a Windows machine, you'd want to use the Alt key. And when I do click that key, I get a icon that looks a little bit different here. So right now I'm clicking on that Option key, or Alt key for PC users. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click the mouse, and when I do, you'll notice that the text becomes the image color. It replaced the orange color. Now to add some effects to this, I'm going to go down to my effects panel with the text layer selected. Make sure you're selecting the text layer, and you'll also see here where this insets, that little error shows that it's been clipped to the text layer. So what I'm going to do is click on effects, and I'm going to give it a stroke. I'm going to change the color to orange. That'll work right there, and I'm going to increase the size of the edging. I'm going to give it a drop shadow, so I'm going to click on here to give it a little bit of a drop shadow, and we'll increase the distance, make that look kind of cool. And let's bevel it. We'll give it a little bevel. So now we see how that type of effect works, and it can be a very useful tool when using Photoshop and creating graphic images. Good luck on using the clipping mask.